guys, welcome to Aaron's Review. Today's video we have an unboxing of the FIIO M15 digital audio player, which is FIIO's latest current flagship digital audio player. The price of this retails for $1,300 US, and for those who are in Hong Kong, retail price is about 10,800. But if you look around and you know them quite well, then the price could possibly be under about 10,000. I was able to snatch this for about 9,500 in cash price. Many of you know that FIIO is not new to this audio market. They have done any monitors, they have digital audio players, and to name a few, here the M5, M6, M7, M9, M11, M11 Pro, which is the previous flagship, and it comes in stainless steel. Well, this is the M15. Just to clarify, there is no Pro version coming for this digital audio player, as they have released a new statement stating that this is the current flagship and it was recently released in December. I've waited for a long time to test this product, but it's been off the shelf quite a lot, so there was quite a lot of demand. I have tried it 3 times in the shops. Having tried it the second time, I was quite excited to actually buy this digital audio player, namely because of the fact how powerful this player is. We can get into that in the next review video. So this is just the unboxing of the FIIO M15, and as I mentioned, no Pro version coming, so this is their latest flagship model. So when I purchased this from Let's Go Audio, which is the one in Wan Chai, 9,500 is what I was able to get because I paid in cash. It was my first time of trying this digital audio player. As many of you know, I have several players. I have the SP2000, the SP1000 in stainless steel, and the SP1000 with amp. I had the Sony WM1Z, but in order to purchase this latest model, I actually sold my Sony WM1Z in order to get this player, namely because of the power that it can provide. You probably know what I mean if you've seen what any monitors I currently own, which is the Sony EZ1R, and also I had the EJ07 as well, but that had to be returned because of problems. For some reason, I've lost the unboxing video of the EJ07 from Shure. Not sure what happened there, so I had to send my product back. But so there's no video on that one. But when that item comes back to me again, which should be hopefully next week, I will do an unboxing video. I'm actually waiting for about 4 any monitors coming my way. I won't say what they are. I do have lots of boxes next to me right now that I need to unbox. So here's one of them. So what do I need to unbox? I've got the K-Bear KS2 hybrid earphone, supposedly released the end of this month. I've got some more DD Hi-Fi adapters. I've got a DD Hi-Fi case. I've also got another DD Hi-Fi item here. So yeah, several items to unbox, and 4 any monitors supposedly coming my way. Still waiting. So I've tried it 3 times. The first time I tested it was with the EJ07, which had the 4E electrostatic drivers. I recall it's 2 BA and 1 dynamic driver. Was a 3 BA. Anyway, I tested with that, and that definitely benefited with the power that the M15 provided. After that, I tried the Legacy 3, again, fantastic. So the last hurdle that I need to overcome in order to have in order for me to really spend my money and go for this, was how did it work with the Sony EZ1R? And I can say positively that yes, it does have enough power to drive this any monitor. The volume on the M15 does need to be at the high gain volume, but you do not need to enable headphone mode, okay? That is definitely enough power to actually allow me to experience what fully the potential of the EZ1R provides. Just almost like the Hugo 2 that I used mainly when I actually paired it with the EZ1R, but now I can actually walk around and use my Sony EZ1R. So, but in order to since I was shopping on that day anyway, I also purchased this. This is a Campfire Audio Mesh ini monitor. There is a purpose to buying this mesh ini monitor bag, and it's to complement the Sony EZ1R, as it allows me to put it into a bag and protect it fully. I'll do an unboxing of that in the next video. So today's video is the FIIO M15. Boxing is just simple. Here is the M15. Retail price I paid was $9,500, but as I said, if it's US price, it's $1,300 US. I had to sell my Sony EZ1R in order to finance this little beast. For me, what I'm lacking as a player right now is probably power to drive certain ini monitors, especially the dynamic drivers. But definitely this is the beast that I was hoping for, and it does fully power most, or actually all of the ini monitors or headphone that you can provide it. And yeah, so hence the reason why I sold my Sony EZ1R. Mainly also I have several digital audio players, so probably too many. Anyway, the FIIO M15 portable high resolution music player is in black. There is no other versions coming out at all. It's Design Award 2020. It has high-res audio. It's FIIO HK. It has 1 year's warranty. I've already opened it. Mostly I do like to open first just to make sure that everything inside is fully no problems at all. Weight is about 310 grams. Dimensions about 134, 75, 80 millimeters. Bluetooth, LDAC, XMOS, Qualcomm aptX. This is the black version. There's only a black version actually, really. So let me just pull it out. Boxing seems premium. It feels a bit like the SP1000 or the SP2000 unboxing. Nice box. A box within that box, and then within another box. So you got 3 boxes. You have to pull this, stretch it out, and then slide it up. And roughly that's it. So here we have first layer box, we have another layer box, and just like the SP2000, we have now a wooden box. I have actually opened it and used it for a couple of days, so yeah, excited and fully happy with this get to go gear now, as it dries the Sony EZ1R beautifully. I've not removed the backing, namely because I like to keep my all gears like pristine condition, almost brand new. So even the guy who bought my Sony WM1EZ actually, he thought, whoa, looks like almost brand new, but on the player it had many hours of usage. So he was quite surprised. So it was almost like brand new, but on the statistics of that player, there was many 6,000 hours or more than that, or 60,000, can't remember, hours used. Well, here, oops, this is something extra added. This is from my Sony W1Z. We have 4.4 millimeter, 2.5 millimeter, and 3.5 millimeter. We have a dial knob which goes up to the maximum here. You do not need to go to maximum. I would probably say halfway or less is what all you need. It comes, and then we remove it. On the side, this here on the right side, there's nothing here, but in order to be a bit more parallel or symmetrical on both sides, you can see that there is some indicators here, and here there are indicators. There is the whole knob. There is the power to turn it on. The very top we have next track, pause play, backtrack, and this is a button that enables you to select favorite songs. You can enable it to change whatever this button does. At the bottom we have USB-C and it's quick charge. On here we have one micro SD card which I've put already. It is a 512 gigabytes memory card. Inside the player is only 64 gigabytes, so very small, unlike the Sony WM1EZ that I had, which had 256 internally. So a bit of downgrade there, but sonically it gives me the power to drive the ini monitors that I'm currently using, which is the Sony Z1R, and hopefully the 3 A&A monitors that are coming my way. By the way, actually no, 4 A&A monitors are coming. I have actually got 3 A&A monitors which are flagship ones. Well, yeah, 2 of them are flagships. So yeah, so it's not cheap ones, so it's a bit high spec ones. Right, bit of information. I'll turn it on quickly just to, well, actually we've not finished the unboxing, have we? Inside we also have screen protector, glass screen one. My recommendation is, you can see here it's already on it. Not that great. Maybe it's because I'm using a case already. I'll show you what that case is, but I need to do an unboxing for that company first. Turning it on, let's just see how quick is it with turning it on. Pressing the power button. So you can look at the timeline at the bottom, see how long it takes it for it to turn on. I would probably say it's faster than Sony WM1EZ because that's quite slow, but once you've got past through that stage, navigation is quite quick. And that's it. That is how long it took. You can install YouTube now, Play Store, MX Player for watching videos, which is what I do. Yeah, super. And now, one thing to note, due to the firmware upgrade, you can see here there is now a volume of how loud it is. And then you can press down. At the moment it's on low gain. You can turn it to high gain. You can turn it with the headphones if this is what you got. And notice it warns you first. I don't need that right now. So that is the player on. Let me put it here. Oh, put it here. Inside we have a glass screen protector already put on. We have a SIM eject tray, which is almost like an iPhone SIM tray thing. Inside we have a connector and a USB-C, manuals, user guide, quick guide, nothing fantastic, nothing that I will be using. Even the USB-C cable I'm not even using because I have other spare cables. Let me just talk about some specs of this digital audio player. As mentioned, this is actually the FIIO's current flagship, released in December. Very hard to get. I tried it 3 times. Well, I had to find which shop had it, but eventually I had it. I was able to test it fully. It has the AK's SP2000 chip, which is the AK4499EQ. It is ×2, so same as the SP2000. It has Qualcomm's flagship Bluetooth chip, which is CSR8675. It has 74,900 milliamps battery, MQA8 times decoding, XMOS USB chip, Samsung Exynos 7872 processor, 3rd generation FPGA technology, 2nd generation O2 DSD. It has a 5.1 15-inch borderless screen, Gorilla Glass screen, which is 720p, which is enough, I think. It's got 4 listening modes, which is Android, Pure Music, USB DAC, and Bluetooth decoding. Wireless connectivity is FIIO Link, DLNA, AirPlay, Wi-Fi transfer, NDK femtosecond crystal, analog potentiometer, volume knob, large internal storage and memory. Not really. It does have 3 gigabytes of RAM, I would say, but with 64 gigabytes storage is really not enough. Customizable multifunction key, which is what I was mentioning here when I talked about the multifunction key. And new upgraded accessories, which is the walnut wooden box. To be honest, I would have preferred not the wooden box, but the maybe something like a carry case, or the, you know, what the when you buy an SP2000 now, it comes with a nice leather case. So instead of using that money to buy or to give us that wooden box, I would have preferred a leather case. But here we go. I do have a leather case from DD Hi-Fi. I will do an unboxing in the next video on that one. So there's the chip of what's inside, the AKM AK4499EQ, same as the SP2000. Sampling rate and native is DSD 512. Qualcomm. Roughly, yeah, fantastic and powerful player. It's quick charge 2.0 though, so it's not 3.0. 1800 hours of standby battery. You have three options of plugging in: 2.5 millimeter. My recommendation is, in order to get the most power, I would say 4.4 millimeter first, followed by 2.5 millimeter, and lastly the 3.5 millimeter, as that is a little bit weaker but still strong enough. When I was testing the Legacy 3, it was able to give the power that is needed to drive that any monitor, such that I was hearing a bit more of the dynamic bass coming from that Legacy 3. Fantastic. And when you charge it, notice there's a blue light on the very top. That only happens when you charge it, okay? So don't think it's going to be wasting battery. You can use your phone to control your M15 if you wanted to. Charging time is about 3.5 hours. Weight is 310 grams as mentioned. Screen is 5.15 inch. USB 2.0. Output of the power one is 490 milliwatts. Output power 270 milliwatts. Output power 3 is 800 milliwatts. And output power 4 is 280 milliwatts. So, as mentioned, here is what the internal is, I think, of what the looks inside, but I think it's been flipped around. So yeah, so process wise, that is what it looks like inside this little player. And yes, very well light. It's definitely lighter than my Sony WM1Z that I had. As I mentioned, I had to sell that in order to get this one. I just simply felt, you know, when I had my Sony WM1Z, when testing it with this one, I felt it lacked power. Power was the thing that I needed in order to drive certain ANI monitors that had dynamic drivers, and it seems like I'm having more and more dynamic driver ANI monitors. So yeah, it benefits with the dynamic drivers. And what else? Besides that, you know, with the Sony WM1Z, you're able to definitely hear the sound quality coming from it at certain times. But with the FIIO M15, due to the fact that it's got the power to to drive the ANI monitors that I'm using, you actually are able to hear this straight away without having to be in a certain state to hear that sound quality coming from your ANI monitor. Yeah, so that was just a quick unboxing of the M15. Hopefully you found this video useful, and yes, I'm going to do a full review of this and maybe some comparisons. I've still got my SP2000. I still got my SP1. Actually, my SP2000 is the copper version. I've still got my SP1000 with amp, and also I've got my Hugo 2 still. I think I'm going to be keeping all of those players, and this one of course, so that I can carry around, drive it easily. Oh yeah, I still got the AP80 Pro as well in copper. That is a fantastic little beast that helps me to carry it whenever I want, and it's very light. Yeah, so hopefully you found this video useful. This is the FIIO M15, the latest flagship from FIIO, and one that is definitely powerful enough. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, when I was actually shopping or looking at the M15, I also tested the S8. Is it the Hebe S8? Or was that? Have I got that wrong? Yeah, I've tested the two new players that recently came out. I also tested I didn't test the DX220 Max. Both of those are definitely heavy. I definitely tested the S8, and that was super heavy, heavier than the Sony WM1Z. It put me off straight away due to the fact of the weight. Already I've seen people selling the DX220 Max already. I've seen 3 or 4 advertisements online. FIIO, I've seen less. Quite hard to buy one, even second hand. I was waiting maybe a second hand, but hey, I eventually couldn't wait, so I purchased a new one. Yeah, so M15, and obviously I'll show you the carrying case in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe.